All right, as usual, there's a lot of COVID-19 info to wade through, and we're here to help make sense of it all. Our medical expert, Dr. Payal Kohli, good to see you. She joins us live. We wanted you to weigh in on what's happening inside the NFL. Of the 32 teams in the NFL right now, 4 of them are dealing with positive coronavirus tests, and because of that, 9 more teams are having their seasons reshuffled. So, Doc, we first want to know, how did this happen, and what can we learn from how it was handled?
So Tori and Jeff, I think there's some very important lessons to take away from what happened, and in my opinion, some major missteps that happened by the NFL. So the first was the decision to not have a bubble like the NBA and the NHL did. This was an active decision, and unfortunately, because of this decision, whatever's happening in the community is going to happen on the team. So as the cases are going up in the community, you're inevitably going to see those outbreaks in the teams, and you can't really separate the two. The second misstep, in my opinion, and lesson to be learned is an over-reliance on testing. So the Tennessee Titans, which have the most number of cases, their first positive test happened 2 Saturdays ago with their linebackers coach testing positive. Instead of shutting down the entire team and quarantining them for 14 days, which is what they should have done, they tested everybody else on the team. They tested negative, of course, because it takes a few days for that test to turn positive after exposure, and then decided to let them play. And then, of course, they're also doing things like not following the rules on the masks. They're letting fans into the stadiums, and they're only testing the staff twice a week, instead of testing them every day.
Wow. Interesting take.
The doc with the knowledge and talking football?
Yeah, the offensive linebacker coach comment? Huh?
You ruined it.
Yeah, you like that?
I was getting excited. It was totally ruined. Okay, back to normal. With 12 more weeks to go, what do you think will happen with the rest of the NFL season if infections, see what you did to me, Tori, continue to rise? Can football safely continue?
You know, I'm concerned about this. I really am, because if the decision was made not to create a bubble, then you have to be poised and ready to go the second that there's a single positive case and really shut down everything. And I think there's been a huge reluctance to do that. Just say, oh, the test is negative, so we can keep going. And I think this is going to bode not well for the season if we continue to do this. I also am very nervous about this concept of allowing the fans in like they're doing with the Miami Dolphins. So we have to see what happens, but I think we're not headed into a good place here.
Not good on the horizon from the doc. Well said. All right, there's another concept making headlines today.
Are you having the same conversation?
Yes,
as everybody?
you're on the phone. Thousands of volunteers have signed up for a campaign called One Day Sooner, where they're intentionally exposing themselves to the coronavirus. Explain this, Doc.
So this is very interesting. When you have a vaccine trial, some people get placebo or nothing at all, and some people get the active vaccine, and then you wait for Mother Nature to expose them to the virus naturally and see if there's a difference. This takes a long time. So this is a concept of a challenge trial where you intentionally expose them to the virus. And remember, some of the people being exposed to this virus got a placebo vaccine, so they're not really protected. And the ethical question here, you guys, is whether or not this is the right thing to do, because we don't have a treatment for coronavirus. But I have to say, the people that are signing up for this trial are very noble, but it does concern me because there's a financial incentive to sign up for this trial that we may be getting some of the more disadvantaged members of our society.
What do you learn in D.C.? 3 words, Jeffrey. Dr. Kohli, follow the money.
And listen, the NFL as well.
And the NFL. Totally good point, actually. Very good point. Thank you so much, Doctor.